In May of 1754, a 22-year-old lieutenant colonel in the Virginia militia named George Washington was sent by the colonial governor to protect British interest in what was called the Ohio Country from French incursions. The French then sent a small group of 35 men south to go see what the Virginians were up to. Both sides were ready to fight over control of the territory, but neither side wanted to be the one responsible for starting that war. When Washington got news that the French had taken the forks of the Ohio River, he decided to build his own fort at a place called Great Meadows, about 40 miles south of the French Fort Duquesne, which was at what is today the city of Pittsburgh, where he could muster militia forces and try to gather Indian allies. On May 27th, he received word from some of his Indian allies that the small French force had entered the area, and so took 40 militiamen and some of his native allies to go confront the French. There's a lot of controversy about what happened next, and especially who fired first. What we know is that Washington and his force found the French camp and surrounded it, and that at some point the Virginians fired, and there was a fight in which 15 of the French were killed, and the rest were forced to surrender, for the loss of just one Virginia militiaman. The French claim that they were fired upon without provocation, but the Virginians claim that it was the Frenchmen who fired first. In any case, the officer in charge of the French, Joseph Coulon de Jumonville, was killed in the fight, and there's a second controversy. The French claim that Jumonville was a diplomat who had been sent south with a message for the British to leave the area, while Washington insists that they were spies there to spy on the Virginia militia. Regardless, the small 15-minute skirmish in the spot that we now call Jumonville Glen began a war that would eventually inflame 4 continents.